Yeah, I thought our effort defensively was what was needed in order to set a little bit of a tone and beat a team that can really get away from you quickly. They're tremendously athletic and play with a lot of confidence. Probably a little different tonight because I think we got ahead early and they missed a couple, and I think they were a little frustrated. But that's a good team. I've said that before. But our guys, they're confident on the defensive end. They're playing together and they're connected on that end, and I think that leads to sometimes a really good offensive flow.
Hey, Coach, I just want to talk about Colin Porter a little bit. Freshman point guard. He controls the pace of the game really well. How are you impressed with his growth thus far during the season?
Well, I think Colin's a special player. I think you can look at his numbers and sometimes get seduced into thinking he's not a major contributor. But when you have a point guard that just cares about getting others involved and having an influence on the outcome on both ends, that's a pretty special leader. He's very quiet. I want him to talk more, but he's had a terrific season and uh, probably gone a little unheralded, but we're okay with that.
Coach, final thought here from the radio crew here courtside. 21 assists here tonight. Some of those dimes, I would call them quarters. Man, they were some awesome passes. What did you see from your vantage point of just the court vision from your guys here tonight?
Hey, why that wasn't bad. Where do you think? Did you come up with that just today, or have you been working on that?
I've been doing it 20 years. That's the first time really at the top of the dome really helped me out there.
Yeah, well, it did. Yeah, again, I've said very tautologically, repetitious, whatever script you want to use. This team is really unselfish, and I I just think we don't care about who scores. We just try and make the right play, and I think that's been pretty consistent over the last month or so of our season.
Coach, now we'll open up some question for the media.
You've had a lot of success here at Liberty over the years, and I know it's January 5th, but these last three wins, to win it, so comfortably against conference competition, to open up conference play. I mean, do you recall a previous run of this, 3 games or more in your tenure where the team has executed such a high level loaded to the board?
Yeah, John, fair question. Sadly, I usually remember the losses more than the wins, unless you're cutting nets. But I do think we've had stretches in all of our time back that we were playing good basketball. But I think defensively, this group's got a little something extra because we have guys that are really, really good individual defenders. And when you put that in the context of the team, sometimes you can outlast people. And I think this team is doing that on a fairly consistent basis, but it's January 5th. So we got a ways to go.
Over the last year or so, I had a lot of questions about Darius and him, taking it to another level and, set a new record. He did it again tonight, passing Larry Blair on the program's all-time leading scorer at Division I level. Is there anything else you can say about him that you haven't said previously of what he's meant to this program?
Yeah, he missed 2 free throws. Not 7 assists and 0 turnovers. Like Darius McKay he's an All-American. And he's one of, if not the best players to ever put on a Liberty jersey. And he represents his family and our program really well. So super proud of him. I want, honestly, it's hard because I want the very best for him, the very best for them, because those dudes in there are tremendous people, and they play the right way and they conduct themselves in a way that I think is inspiring. Nothing, Chad?
We have any questions virtually?
Dame, you're kind of quiet, Dame.
Coach, hit the road Sunday for Eastern Kentucky, first road game in conference play. What do you know about the Colonels so far?
Haven't watched them yet. Well, that's not true. I've peeked at them. AW is a terrific coach, and they play such a different brand of basketball than most anyone in the league. I know we'll have to be well conditioned. Last year's game was an incredible game. I think we were up 20 in the first half, and they came all the way back. It was a one possession game. And if I remember correctly, Key got a great night. So yeah, we'll prep our guys. I think that'll be 4 games in 11 days when we hit Sunday. So our tanks are a little empty. We got to get them refreshed. But
Yeah, one. Can you help us after coming out so hot, 3-0 in conference play? Help us set proper expectations for playing our best ball in March, and how important that is in the ASUN, and just expectations for fans and for everyone watching your team. How difficult is it, despite how easy it may be looking these first 3 games?
yeah, fair question, Jed. I'm probably not the one that answer that. I just think expectations are what they are. I think, honestly, what these guys are doing and what the ones that have gone before them have done, I think it's pretty special, because, man, they're giving everything they got for Liberty, and it's fun to be a part of that journey. But we know, I just told them in locker room, criticism and praise are very closely related. So too much of one, it won't be good for you individually, nor for the people that you are influencing or influenced by. So I just think we're going to handle it with great humility and gratitude, and see if we can't find the best version of ourselves tomorrow. Thanks, guys.